Welcome back to Real Repairs for Real Customers. We'd like to do another short video today, so we're on our way to a residence to replace a dust cover on a piece of furniture. Let's get to work. Replacing a dust cover on furniture is part of providing a full service for moving claims. And there's not much to it, but still it could be helpful to see it done one time, so we'll include it here on the channel. We need to tip the couch over forward as you see here, but put some cushions under it so we don't mark up anything on the arms. Now this is a moving claim, but it looks like the homeowner is trying to get us to fix their DIY dust cover. But it's a popular replacement anyway with moving claims. Sometimes the homeowner does not know what damage was done until they get the furniture moved, but sometimes it is damaged during transit as well. Already we have one surprise. There are 2 layers. Of course, that's not advantageous because we do want air to flow freely through the dust cover. Sitting down pushes air through. Standing up creates a vacuum that tends to pull dust up into the couch, and that's the purpose of this material. This material, by the way, is called Cambric, commonly dust cover. Now, quite often you would remove the feet to put the dust cover on, but in this case, we need access to the inside in order to remove the feet. So we're just going to butt the new dust cover up to the feet in place. I'm going to go through here really quickly and just pound any staples that are sticking out a little bit. Not going to take time to remove any staples. We're covering up everything anyway. The cambric comes in a roll just wide enough to do the job. We are going to leave a little extra length off the ends. We'll trim that later. So we fold it in half, mark the midpoint, and then staple starting at the midpoint. After that, I'm going down to staple it at the end, just shy of that foot. We'll handle the feet separately. Now before stapling, I'm folding the edge over just a little bit to give it a nice finished edge. The secret to getting this looking neat is to, of course, start in the middle. Then staple on the end, and then go halfway between those. And then go halfway from that, and keep on dividing in half. Then when it all lays down nice, just fill in between. Something that really worked out nicely for the adjuster on this particular job is we brought with us 7 picture frames that were redone and 2 chairs that had been recaned, and that saved the adjuster an extra delivery trip. We may have mentioned it before on this channel, but the delivery people want more money than we want for the repair itself. And so this is a good selling point. We're saving the adjuster or the homeowner more than half of the expense when you consider delivery and repair together by doing work on site. So for the legs, I'm cutting down the inside of the leg, but I'm cutting wide on both sides. That way we have enough material there to fold under and make a clean, neat edge. We did have one other chair to repair on this trip. All that involved was straightening the nails on a tack strip and getting them started correctly and hammering them home as well. So we had a twofer on this one. So that's going to be it for this piece. I do want to show another example on an ottoman coming up here. Some other things to keep in mind, how you might trim out one of these dust covers. So stay around for that one. Now I had done a leather repair on the top of this ottoman, but how can we deliver it like this? So this is very typical where the feet will unscrew. And as you see, there's some cardboard tack strip that's holding down the edge of the dust cover, so we can remove that using a staple puller. Then more carnage. And because there is a decorative trim over top of this dust cover, I'm not folding it under along the edges except for to make these curved corners like this. Then that comes in pretty handy. Now, just for the record, it is possible to trim out your dust cover with a piece of welt cord. You can take some stock vinyl welt cord and you can see how neatly that would work along that edge. But in this case, this ottoman also goes with another piece of furniture that's likely finished the same way, so we're going to use our cardboard strip as was on there originally. That way they'll match. All that's left is to use an awl to find our holes and screw our feet back in. So that's all we have for repairs this time. We did leave a little room for dessert for those musicians among us if you do care to stick around. Last time you got to hear Robin and Skip. I wanted to mention why it's so special to play music with them. Robin has fronted a couple of reggae groups in the past, and she is a true entertainer. She prefers a wireless microphone so she can go dancing out in the audience and might even sit down next to you and sing a verse. If I book a gig where I can include her, I surely will. And she does the same thing if she books a gig and can include me on it. This one was like a little dinner theater in the round. She always dresses in these colorful outfits, and of course, since playing for fine dining, I've kind of adopted the man in the suit persona, so that's our shtick. We both dress up. So members of the two reggae groups dropped by, and this one came and sat in with us on a song. And that's why it's good to have the 4 chords to No Woman, No Cry in your back pocket. And yes, Robin changed costumes during the halftime. She changes her uniform. And my friend Skip makes every project a pure joy to do. He calls me his brother from another mother. We enjoy working together so much. He's had vocal training, and I don't know if he has perfect pitch or not, but he can sight read a vocal harmony line right off the staff. What are the chances in your lifetime that you would meet somebody like that, let alone be able to work with them? Also, Skip wrote a stage play and asked me if I would do the soundtrack for that. What an opportunity that was. I also programmed and put together a light show so that the actors took all of their cues from the soundtrack and from the lights. Would you like to hear a few fun clips from the soundtrack? The play featured a nightly news program, so we needed a jingle to fit the newscast. What I liked is the laser at the end. Here you go. Good evening. This is Nightly News with blah, blah, blah. Okay, so for the next scene, imagine the lights have come down, and I have to transport you with the music to another place and time, and then set you down gently on the stage as the lights come up. So you notice the last two were mix downs put on a single track. Even so, we ended up with 64 tracks, which is a massive project. Well, our journey didn't go as planned, and it came to a dramatic conclusion. Be warned, it gets loud at the end. But the fun part of this is I got to do the horror strings and also get to break a piece of celery in here for the broken bones. Well, all right then. Thanks for watching. And forgive me, but I wanted to leave you with one anecdote that's just too good to not preserve. This happened this week.